It is said that poor mountains and rivers are out of trouble. I think I'm still lucky. At least our family is one of the few families in the village that do not value boys over girls. But it was my grandma who was soft-hearted and took a discarded baby girl home, which led to all of us going to a dead end. After death, we realize that we are the cannon fodder character in this world, and the baby girl is the heroine of the Fubao system. Fortunately, God has eyes, which has brought our whole family back to life. This time I saw what kind of flowers the heroine, who was no longer loved by her family, could find. The revenge in the previous life must be repaid. There are thousands of good-looking, high-quality and cool articles, and the ingot is fragrant and fragrant. The full text is updated to the end. The day before the heavy snow came, our whole family was reborn. Back in the old house where we lived for decades, our whole family hugged our heads and cried. Grandma was also very guilty and brought back an ungrateful wolf. My dad and uncle were both persuading her that the woman was a beast, and even if we were all dead, he would never have any good life. After crying, we gathered together to discuss how to take revenge. The heroine is lucky, and the Fubao system on her body can dilute love to her. In the last life, in order to be with the male protagonist, he wanted to uninstall his Fubao system and did not want the system to affect the male protagonist's health. So he chose to sacrifice more than a dozen lives of our family to fulfill his love. Finally, he invited his biological parents who had never raised him for a day to attend his wedding, and we died unexpectedly, and all of them died with serious illness. The day when the heavy snow falls is the day when the heroine is born, that is, tomorrow. His biological parents favored boys very much, and they already had 2 sisters on her, so when they were born this time, his mother asked his father to throw him into the snow. Whether he died or lived depends on his luck. And this time our family can't bring him back. The uncle said resentfully, just throw her away tomorrow and let her die directly, so as to avoid any harm to the truth. My dad calmed down a little. This is so cheap. He killed more than a dozen people in our family. How could he let him die so easily? He should also let him taste the taste of his original life and take a look by the way. What else can his system help him? My dad's words won the consent of the whole family. The next day, my mother took me and my aunt to the heroine's house early in the morning. After a heart-wrenching cry came from the room, he pretended to pass by and asked Grandma Chen, "Is your daughter-in-law going to give birth?" Grandma Chen looked happy and said,